Hello, this is Natalie back at Hoya Haven, and today I have some of my favorite plants. However, they are not Hoyas. I have many other plants in my collection besides Hoyas, and I thought, well, there's a lot of them I really want to show off, and so I'm just going to show some of my non-Hoya favorites. So I got 6 plants here. 2 of them look very similar, but they are actually 2 different species. And I think I'll start with them. One of them is a Pepperomia and the other one is a Dischidia. And okay, I'll show the Dischidia first. This is Dischidia ovata, also known as the watermelon Dischidia. And that reason being is, as you can see, the leaves look like little watermelons. Now, mind you, when I first got this plant, and it was only, I want to say like maybe 3 months ago, no more than 4, but it was right before I started this channel. So it has not been that long since I've owned this plant. I got it at Black Diamond, and it came, and now it's actually not, if I can get it out. It's actually in a terracotta pot. But when I first got him, his leaves were all like maybe this size right here. Very, very little. And he was in an itty bitty pot. And an itty bitty pot is about this size. I don't even think it was that deep. I think it was shorter than that. But that's the size he was when I got him, like less than 4 months ago. I've up potted him twice since then. And I have him downstairs in my living room in my corner. But I like the way he looked in here, so, and it's giving him a little bit more room to grow down. So I do put this terracotta pot inside of this one, and I like the way that looks. So this is the watermelon Dischidia, also known as Dischidia ovata. And then I have a Pepperomia, and I have a Pepperomia that looks very similar. This is my beetle Pepperomia, and the technical name for this is Pepperomia quadrangularis. And so if you look at them together, they do look kind of similar. However, the Dischidia is more of a rounded leaf and more of a succulent leaf, where my Pepperomia quadrangularis, also known as beetle Pepperomia or beetle plant, has more pointed leaves, and they're still somewhat thick, but they're definitely thinner than the Dischidia. And so this one, I'll show you the whole plant I have right here. This one I've also up potted. There's the container he's actually in. And I got this one at Lowe's. And it was actually a clearance plant. I do not remember what I paid for it. However, it was my first experience with thrips. I did not know what thrips were until I got this plant. And about freaked out when I seen little black bugs crawling around in the dirt. But I treated it very aggressively, and once the thrips were gone, it just took off. I mean, this one is sitting downstairs. It's it's not right by the window. It's probably about 8 feet away, 9 feet away from the window, west-facing window. But this is my beetle Pepperomia or Pepperomia quadrangularis. All right. Another one I got here, and this is a small plant. However, it's getting bigger. This is my Pothos Jessenia. And I know maybe to some of you it just looks like a regular jade pothos, but it's actually supposed to have these lighter markings. And so the first ones didn't really have that too much. And then, so now I've gotten this one, And then my newest leaf, which is coming out right now, looks to be even more of that pattern. So I know that just recently they've put a new pothos out. It's lemon meringue, and which has some of the same color as the Jessenia. However, it's more of a blocky type color, similar to like the Enjoy, but it's more of a lemony green color as opposed to like the Enjoy where it's more like cream color or white. So, so it's the same colors as the Jessenia because you're going to have that lemony lime type color. But with the Jessenia, it's all throughout the leaf and not in like a block type pattern. So if I find myself a lemon meringue out and about, I've heard they've been at some of the big box stores. I will definitely get one because I like pothos. I like the different varieties. But for now, I've got this Jessenia. I only paid, I think I paid $6 for him. He was at a pop-up plant shop and he was real small. I mean, he's put a lot of leaves out since then, but he's finally starting to get the markings that I'm looking for. So that's why he's one of my favorites. All right. So those were my 3 smaller ones. Now I've got 3 a little bit larger ones I want to show you. This is my Monstera Peru. I fell in love with this type of leaf. And when I first found out that these existed, I bought one on Facebook Marketplace. I think I paid $35 for it. Wasn't very big at all. And I did not kill all of it, but I killed most of it. And I finally got it growing back a little bit now. I have a girlfriend moving up from Texas, and when she gets up here, I'm giving her my smaller Monstera because then they started becoming a little more easier to find. And I don't remember where I got this one at, but it was a big box store. I want to say I probably paid $20 for it. But now that I have increased humidity up in my upstairs plant room, it has just totally taken off, as you can see. So I'm really just have completely fallen in love with it now. So this is my number 4 plant on my non-Hoya favorites, which is my Monstera Peru. All right. Now I'm going to show you a couple of plants that were clearance plants. Now I know I told you before, for some reason, I don't do that well with philodendrons, and I haven't really quite figured out why, other than I think maybe I might water them too much. But I feel confident that I will get better at it. As a matter of fact, I almost bought a painted lady last weekend. It was $40. I thought it was a really good deal. But I held off because I want to make sure I do good with the couple that I do have, which I do have a silver sword, and I have this one, Philodendron Golden Goddess. So this one, if you can believe it or not, was a clearance rehab plant. I really wish I had a picture to show you what it used to look like, because it was pretty sad. But he's done well, and I think one part of the reason why he's done well is he has really good drainage. As you can see, this drains into this pot, and there's all my roots. So it likes this. I'm not willing to change it at the moment because I don't want to shock it. It likes drinking from the bottom, and that's what I do for it. So this is my Philodendron Golden Goddess. All right. Whoop. Let's see. This one is also, my Golden Goddess likes to tip over, so I always have to prop them up. Okay, last plant on my non-Hoya favorites is, and I'm going to say it by its correct name first, and that's going to be the only time you hear it. Zemiocolcus zemiifolia. Most people know it as the ZZ plant. And this is my ZZ. This, again, was another rescue clearance plant. I still have the clearance sticker on it. It was $7. And it's in the same type of pot as my Philodendron golden goddesses, as you can see. Check out those roots. This thing's a beast. So, and he was bigger than this. I actually split him in two, and I have less stalks, but probably about the same height at work on my desk. And we've got one new stalk coming out right now, but that's very far away from a window. So this one, which is much closer to a west-facing window, we've got one, two, looks like 3 new stalks starting. And I know there are a couple other varieties of the ZZ plant. I know that there's the Raven. I did have the Raven at one time. I did not do well with it. I think I sold it or gave it away. It just, I don't know. I think that was at the point in time where I thought I had to do a lot more with these plants than what I actually had to do. And ZZs do not require much care at all. Like, they kind of thrive on neglect. So if you're good at neglecting your plants, then the ZZ plant's going to be one that you're going to want to get. So anyways, that is my ZZ. And I know this was a rather short video. I just wanted to show off some of my plants that are not Hoyas, because I don't want to be too discriminatory. I do like other varieties. And these are some of the ones I'm really enjoying right now. So I hope you like my channel and what I have to show you. And if you do, please like and subscribe. And I will see you on the next video. Bye.